you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz and this is Simply Homeschool. If you guys are coming back to hang out with me and you've been here before, welcome back, you guys. I feel like I haven't been putting very much content out there, and so this month I've really been reflecting on what I want to do videos on, and this was one of them that came to mind. Now, this video is going to be all about your do's and don'ts in homeschool, except it's not what you guys think. It's not, you know, do schooling at your desk, or you guys should really do video led or parent led, or make sure you guys do nature walks and add in that morning basket, you guys. It's nothing like that, okay? So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me and seeing what I'm thinking and talking about today, stay tuned. You guys, so my name is Liz, if you guys are new here, and I have two kiddos. One is in 4th grade, she is 10, and then I have a 5-year-old who we are working through pre-K, and we'll start kindergarten with him next year. And so I have been homeschooling now for 4 years, and it has been quite a journey, you guys. When I started, I had really no clue of what I was going to be doing. And now on my 4th year, I still sometimes have no clue of what I'm doing. I just work through it and I research and I watch videos and I watch other homeschooling families and moms and kiddos, and they just, you know, watching those other videos really have helped me, I feel like, sculpt my homeschool into something that works best for us. Now that is where this video actually stems from, is I was sitting back and I watched a bunch of different families with different style teaching, different curriculums, different ways of doing homeschool. And I really sat back and I thought about my own channel, and I was reflecting and hoping that my channel here is not detouring you guys into making different choices than what you would want, or making you feel like you don't do enough, or maybe you do too much, or maybe my way is better than your way. And so I sat back this whole month, actually. That's why I haven't had very much content out this month, is I've just kind of been reflecting on life, on what I'm doing, what my purpose is. And I started to think, the videos that I put out there are not to tell you guys what to do and what not to do. The videos I put out here is simply just to show you a glimpse into someone else's homeschool, into another mom's way of homeschooling. It's to encourage you. It's to maybe give you guys ideas that you haven't thought of yet. Or maybe just someone to just watch, because I know homeschooling can sometimes feel like you're secluded, you're, you know, alone in this, and you're really not. There are so many other moms on this same journey. So I want to just start off by saying that I want my channel to be of encouragement. I want God to lead me in this journey here on social media, to be a light, you guys, to show you that things don't have to be crazy, that homeschooling can be joyful. So starting with all of that being said, you guys, if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes, okay, because I've been writing notes for this whole month. So you guys, homeschooling can be difficult, especially when you're getting started. You're looking at all this content everywhere. You're seeing, oh my gosh, there's state laws, there's different curriculums, different ways to teach. You know, there's homeschooling rooms. There's just all kinds of things that new homeschoolers can kind of look at and really be scared of, you know? So I kind of wanted to talk about stuff like that today with you guys. So if you guys are new to this channel, I want to kind of give you a background of our story and how we came about homeschooling, or when we did. So my daughter went to a private school for kindergarten, and I decided to pull her out for 1st grade and homeschool her. When we started, she was already using Abeka through her private school, and she was really doing well. She was excelling in it, so that is what I wanted to continue with. I found out that they did homeschooling, that they were video led, accredited. All of those things seemed very appealing to me, being that I really did not think that I could teach. So we started off with Abeka, video led, accredited. About 6 months in, I decided to pull her from accredited. So we were doing unaccredited and she was doing the videos. That did work through 2nd grade. I found 2nd grade was harder to have her sit down and just solely watch videos all day. And for me, I really felt more confident in seeing how it worked, watching YouTube videos, blogs, vlogs, things like that. It kind of gave me a sense of, I could do this, you know what I mean? I prayed a lot, I talked to God a lot, and I just really felt led that I could teach her more. So I started to kind of do things still through Abeka, but I was doing it more parent-led. So I was working through her history with her, her science, we were doing spelling together, stuff like that. I did a little bit of that with her in 1st grade, but not much. So then 3rd grade was coming around and I knew I wanted to be a more eclectic homeschooler. I wanted to pull in what I wanted to. I wanted to use what I wanted to. I wanted it to kind of be in my control, okay? So that's what I did. I put together how we wanted our eclectic school to be, and we have been doing it since. She is now in 4th grade. We are in our 3rd quarter now. Thank goodness. It seems like it's taken forever to get here. And we're loving it. I love how our school has been going. Now, needless to say, the way our homeschool is doesn't mean that has to be how your homeschool is, right? So if you guys love video led and you have multiple kids and that fits and your kids are doing well, then I would say continue to do that. Nothing is wrong with the video led. Nothing at all is wrong with that. Nothing at all is wrong with parent led or unschooling. Now, do we agree with everything? Probably not. But do we have to be rude or unsupportive of those moms that are doing it that way, or their families? No, of course not. Look, God made us all different for a reason. We all excel in specific things. We all need help in specific things. We all love certain things. We hate certain things. Like, God made us our own people. So why is homeschooling any different? We need to love everybody. You guys, nothing is better than having support of other people going through the same thing. Now, I'm not just going to support other homeschooling moms that are doing eclectic learning. Why? That has nothing to do with anything. Do you know what I mean? So I just want you to know that that is how we do our school, but I support any one of you guys that are on my channel that are doing it a totally different way. I actually applaud you guys for whatever way you have figured out on what works for your homeschool, because I think that that's the biggest challenge, you guys, is figuring out what works. And I think that it's that way because it is forever changing, always changing. Do you guys feel me on that? Like, one year you're like, yes, this is working. I want to do this next year. Next year rolls around and it's completely different. Or even a few months or a few weeks. You have to change it around. So I applaud you guys if you guys are just on a good, I don't know, a good rhythm of homeschool. And if you're not, know that there's a good rhythm just around the corner, you guys, because just like in life, there are seasons. Same thing with homeschool. You know, your kids could be enjoying something for a little while and then it's just boring to them, or they're not really into it anymore. They're just like us, you guys. You know, like if we have a craft we like and after a little while you get burnt out from it, you want to do something else. That's just how it is. So anyways, I'm dragging this whole thing on, but I just really want to be clear on, like, I think that we should all just love on each other, knowing that we're all different and we do things different. One thing I did want to mention is I'm pretty sure that the other moms that do videos don't mean to come across in, this is the way you should do it because this is the way I'm doing it. And I really don't think it's ever intentionally said in that way for us to believe that they believe that their way is the only way. I think that they're just trying to broaden all of our minds into thinking outside the box. You know, if we're scared of doing something one way, don't be afraid, just try it and it may work. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But I mean, that's where I feel like my channel, like when I point things out, like this is so easy for me, having all their paperwork bound, and you guys may be like, oh my gosh, I hate binding all my stuff. It's just hard to grade, everything's together, because that is a problem sometimes. But anyway, so speaking of all the things that could kind of make you feel crazy, right, is with homeschool, we already said curriculum. We already talked about the different ways of teaching. You have one big thing for me, you guys, was when I was doing Abeka, I wanted morning basket so bad for our homeschool, you guys, so bad, right? So I tried to fit it in, but if you guys are from Abeka, or you have done Abeka, or you have friends or family that's used Abeka, it is a very heavy load. There is a lot of work to get done in one day. And I just felt like it never worked. So then when I became like an eclectic homeschooler, I was like, okay, I am adding in morning basket. We are gonna do morning basket, and I bought all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, we could just switch it out and do this and that and this and that. You guys, I'm telling you, morning basket still does not work for me. It doesn't. Our days are still long. If you know me and my channel, I'm a meaty homeschooler. I like a lot of information when I'm teaching. The kids do well when it's more information and writing answers and stuff. Do they always love it? No, but we still do it. So what we're doing now, you guys can change it up however you want, but what we are doing is, oh, let me mention, I have my 2 kids that I homeschool, but I school with my sister as well, and her 2 daughters. One's in 8th grade and one is in 3rd grade. So you guys, if you have been around, you know who they are. They're here on our day in the lives, and they hang out, and you see them in the videos. So if you guys watch another video and you're like, wait a second, she said she had 2 kids. I do. Two of the other kids are my nieces, and then you'll see my sister sometimes in the video. She's not fond of being recorded, so you won't see her that often. But anyway, so what we've done is, because morning baskets don't work, we do Bible every single morning. Okay, that's our first class that we typically do. Sometimes we're off rhythm and we don't, but I swear probably 98% of the time, maybe 99%, is Bible. And so on Fridays, we decided this year that we were gonna do group Bible. So I lead group Bible, and that is when I pull in different supplemental Bible books, so that it's kind of like using it for morning basket, because I know a lot of families do Bible in morning basket, but ours is more like a curriculum style. I don't know how to explain it. If you've seen my channel, you know what I'm talking about. But so on Fridays, that's when I pull in the supplemental Bible things that I just really wanted to fit in this year, and I couldn't with our curriculum. So we do that on Fridays. And then Fridays, we also wanted to be Fun Fridays. Another thing that you guys probably have heard of. I don't know if you guys do it. I don't know if you've tried to do it. I don't know if you want to do it. But I really wanted Fridays to be more fun days. You know, games, educational games, more like art and stuff like that, our group Bible, stuff like that. Now, we have been able to do some Fun Fridays, not as many as I would hope for, in the way that I wanted them. We really haven't played very many games. I feel like I want to work harder at that, you guys. But that being said, like, Fun Fridays, if you can't do them, if they don't work, it's okay. You can do different things. Instead of taking that whole Friday off, you guys, say we're not going to do language today. Put language aside and play a game. Or let's not do math 2 weeks or 2 days out of, oh my gosh, let me think. Let's not do math 2 Fridays out of every month. And let's do art in place of that. Or let's learn about music. Or let's do typing, or an elective that you guys have really been wanting to have your kids do. Maybe pull something out and add one thing in if you can't do Fun Fridays, just to change it up. But that's another thing. I saw Fun Fridays on people's channels, and I'm like, I am doing that. That's being added in. But you guys, let's be real. We do not have as much time in a day for schooling as we would hope. Or at least me, I love schooling. That's like the best part of my day is homeschool. I know it sounds weird, but I love it. So there's just not enough time, and it's easy to be pulled into all of the things that you want to do, but kind of pull yourself back and really think, okay, is this going to work? Before I purchase this, let me think of a time and when I can add this in. Another thing I really wanted to do was read alouds. Read alouds in Morning Basket. I wanted to have a lot more readers done through the year. I think it's really important, and we really haven't been able to do that through the day. Like I said, we have a heavy schedule. So yes, I can pull things out, but I feel like doing that, it's more stressful for me than just getting it done and then trying to replace things and kind of move things around to where it works for our family. So for read alouds, I've been reading to my kids at night before we go to bed. I read about 2 chapters out of a book that we choose together. For the most part, the chapter books my daughter listens to. My son's like, no thanks. He'll hear me, but he's like playing and doing other things. He's not that interested. But I do read him his stories as well. So that's when I fit in our read alouds, is at night before bedtime. Sometimes I do it during the day, like if Tally's having to color something or draw something for one of her subjects, I will read to her as she's doing that, or as she's eating, or something like that. So read alouds was another thing that I always saw that I wanted to do. Another thing that you can see people doing are unit studies. I wanted to do unit studies really bad. And with Becca's curriculum that we were using, it was a full schedule. So I couldn't fit unit studies in that. And that is when I found Notgrass. Notgrass, we started last year. So my daughter was in 3rd grade and my niece was in 2nd. We do that class together. And with their curriculum for 1st through 4th grade, it's in 2 books. And you can buy it in a package. It's called Our Star-Spangled Story. And what I've done is, because how they have it laid out, it's like 3 lessons per week. And so what I've done is I've gone through the books and I've found different people or topics that I want to dive deeper in. So say we did, what did we do this time around? We did Ellis Island for 2nd quarter. We did George Washington Carver. We did Titanic, which Titanic is not in the history book, but it's something that the girls really were interested in. So I ran with it, you guys, and I did it around the time that's in the history book. So we did those, and we did do some of the lessons in the book. So basically, when we learned about Ellis Island, that is when I pulled in our Ellis Island unit study. Now, you can find them all over the internet. I make my own and I do sell them. I don't have them all up. That's a whole other thing for a whole other video. But you guys, if you want to do unit studies, do them. If you don't feel obligated to do it. Or if you try it and it doesn't work, then it's okay. You know what I mean? Don't have other channels making you feel like, oh my gosh, why I should be doing a unit study. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to. You can teach strictly out of the curriculum, and that is fine too. I hope that this video is making sense and I'm not going all over the place, because I feel like sometimes my mind just kind of takes me everywhere. So I have to really like pull things together inside, you guys, to stay on track. So I'm sorry, I should be looking down at my notes more. But my whole point of this is, you know, you can be drawn into the whole Morning Basket thing, or the unit study thing, or the Fun Fridays thing, or you have to have a homeschool room and you should be teaching. Don't teach in a homeschool room, then you're just making it into a school. You should just do it at the table or in your bedroom, or have them have a desk in their room, or do it on the couch. You guys, it doesn't matter where you guys do it. Like, do it wherever is comfortable. Whatever works. Don't feel bad for what you don't have and what you've been seeing. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's been times where I've kind of checked myself and had to think about where my own thoughts have been going. And so I just really want everyone to know that, like, whatever you guys choose, whatever you guys want to do, that's perfect. You know what I mean? Don't ever feel like someone, just because other people are doing it one way, your homeschool should look the same way. Another thing is planning. Some of us are very type A. me included. I really like to have a schedule. I like to stick by my schedule. If I don't have a plan, it messes with me, you guys. Like, I will seriously stress about it all the time. I will go to bed thinking about it. Like, that's just who I am. But that's not saying that because I have to plan out my week for school, subject by subject, page for page, test for test. You totally don't have to do it like that. If you are the type that's like, all right, you have a game plan, you have a rhythm that you're gonna follow, and you do it that way, and thinking about planning stresses you out, you guys, don't plan it out. Do it how you want to. I mean, there are planners like me. I have to plan. There are people that like to plan out, you know, maybe day to day, or just kind of write things out and check it off. Or there are people that don't plan at all. Like, don't plan. They just kind of have what they have and they work through each workbook or page by page. And then you have moms that do the day and fill out what they've done to keep track of it. That way they know what they've done. And then you have families that just unschool. So, you know, they do what they do. Nothing is wrong with any of it. Nothing at all. So if you guys are watching my channel and you're seeing me plan out the week and you're like, oh my gosh, am I doing it wrong? Why am I'm not staying on track. I should be doing this. You guys, we're all so different. If planning out does not work for you, don't do it. Don't let it stress you out that you're not planning out when you're not stressed about not planning out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't add a stress from nowhere if it doesn't have to be there. Because me personally, honestly, some of the ways that you other moms plan are awesome. I wish, the one I really want to do, I'm sorry, my phone. But the one I really want to do is write down what I've already done instead of keeping track of what I need to do. I have gone back and forth about trying that method, but the more I think about it, the more things I stress about. Like, I'm like, how am I going to remember what we did last? Am I going to forget? Like, how am I going to know where I need to go next? Or am I going to be scrambling trying to figure it out while I'm trying to get school going? So that is when I was like, Liz, your way is working for you. Your way is working for you. But that's not to say that all of the moms on the channels that I watch or on YouTube that are doing it that way are doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it right. But that is the whole point of this video, is it wasn't to tell you do this and don't do that. But this video was more to tell you guys that it's okay to be doing what you're doing and to not be doing what you're not doing. Did I say that right? I don't know, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Another thing was grading. I wanted to tell you guys about grading, but it goes along the same thing. If you grade, you grade. If you have to for your state, then that's fine. If you don't have to and you're seeing people grade and you're like, oh, should I be grading? You guys, don't grade if you don't need to grade and if you don't feel the need to grade. Unless you're in high school, make sure you guys are grading. That is one thing I will say, do. Make sure you're grading. Make sure you're keeping transcripts for your kiddos, for high schoolers. That's super important. And always follow your laws of your state. Okay, so those are two things that is like, follow the state laws and make sure you're keeping grades and transcripts for your high schooler, because those are you have to do. So I guess there's two things you have to do in homeschool. And have fun, be yourselves, enjoy your kiddos, and enjoy homeschool. And you guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. I know that it was just feeling heavy on my heart to do something like this, just because of feelings that I've had through the years. And I have a channel and I never want anybody to feel a certain kind of way when you're here. And I know I'm not speaking for other moms on the channel, but I kind of am by saying that I feel like their channel is just a reflection of their own homeschool, their own thoughts and how they feel with homeschool. And I don't think it's intentionally to tell everybody how and how not to do things. Do you know what I mean? So, the internet and this space on YouTube is so beautiful. I know that there are horrible things about it, but if you come here for homeschooling, I love the channels I watch. They're so inspirational, watching the moms, getting ideas from them. Like, honestly, YouTube has been a super source of information for me through this journey. And I am super grateful for it. I'm super grateful for all the other moms that are on here, you know, creating things so that you moms can see. And I'm also very, very thankful for you guys, for you moms that come and look and learn, and just so we can have this community, to have other moms that are on the same journey, or dads or grandmas. I know that there's grandmas out there and dads that are doing the same thing. So yeah, so leave me a comment down below. I'm super curious to know what type of homeschooling you do. Do you do fun Fridays? Do you do other things that are fun or in place of that? Or do you guys do morning baskets or unit studies or games? That's one thing I want to work on, is games. I want to play more games, you guys. I have a huge cabinet over there, and most of the games I play that are in there are with my preschooler, which is awesome, super fun. But I want to broaden that into the older girls so that they can also play games and learn. Anyways, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys do in your homeschool, how you guys feel about it. Do you guys take it as do this and don't do that? Or do you guys take it more of just like maybe us encouraging or just showing our ideas? I'm very curious to know how you all are taking it. And yeah, so that's it, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that red button down below that says subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you are notified anytime I have a new upload. And yeah, I'm very thankful for each one of you guys. So, all right, you guys, be safe, be blessed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Had more of your smile. What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.